Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. I promise you will not be disappointed. And if you're old to the channel, Couch Crew, what's going on, man? Follow me on Instagram at Real Black Couch Booking. Join my Discord. Links in the description down below, where the best wrestling fans have the best conversations. Anyway, man, night 2 review of WrestleMania is here. The weekend has concluded, and man, oh man, do I have things to say. Hey, man, I hope you guys enjoyed your WrestleMania experience, whether you were there in person or whether you were watching at home. I really hope you guys, really had a good time, and I'm ready to get right into it. And we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, which we will hit very soon because we are the best community in the wrestling space. And as you know, with that being said, I am unbiased. I am objective, and I give my honest opinion. So if you want an honest opinion of my experience, that's what you're going to get. If you want to go hear somebody say how terrible something was and it was the absolute worst, you could go somewhere else. But that's not what's about to go on right here. I'm going to tell you. So, because I do things different over here, I will tell you guys that I'm going to give my overall score. And I will say that night 2 for me was definitely a 9 out of 10. I do think it was better than night 1. But there's a caveat to that. It was better than night 1 for sure. And I will give it a 9 out of 10. I believe I gave night 1 an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. All right. And I gave Stand and Deliver a 9 out of 10 as well. So actually, let me give night 2 a 9.5 out of 10. I did enjoy night 2 of WrestleMania more than Stand and Deliver, in my humble opinion. So, and I don't know if I'm gonna put a picture over this video, but if you can see me in the video right now, I'm hella tired. I tried to stay up last night to, record it last night, but I fell asleep. So, okay, let's do this, right? The first match, a great opening match. Oh my goodness. And this might be one of those things that we might need to talk about that's really kind of throwing me off a little bit, right? Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, great match. Better than I could have anticipated. I mean, obviously these 3 women are very talented, but obviously I wanted Rhea versus Bianca straight up. I thought that was the Stone Cold versus Rock of our women's generation, and I thought that was the right way to go. However, I'm happy Io Sky was in the match. I'm happy it was a triple threat because the dynamic was sensational. I would like to see this match happen again somewhere down the line. Maybe not next year WrestleMania, maybe not the year after, but I would love to see a run back triple threat match with these 3 women. However, here comes my opinion. Great match, but first of all, Bianca Belair getting booed is nasty work. I still kind of don't understand. Even with the story, if they're trying to allude to her being a secret heel, or maybe her and Naomi might actually work together, blah, blah, blah. That's not what fans are thinking of when they think of why they're booing her. They're just booing her because why in the world is Rhea Ripley not getting booed when she lost the strap to Io, and then she basically cried her way into the match? She complained and whined her way into a triple threat match. If that was any other superstar story-wise, y'all would not like that, and y'all would have booed that person because that person don't deserve to be there. Bianca Belair earned the opportunity to challenge Io, but y'all cheering Rhea Ripley and booing Bianca Belair. It's other reasons, but I don't feel like getting into that right now. And I'm not even trying to, you know what, I'm not even going to do it. Shout out to Io Sky. Great win. Great WrestleMania moment. Well-deserved. Redeemed herself. Her and Liv Morgan redeemed themselves of their first women's championship runs. Both of them deserve their flowers. I'm going to talk to about Liv Morgan a little later on. But shout out to Io Sky, man. I'm very happy for her. Great match. Rhea Ripley has some insane counters in that match, I will say, though. Like, some of those counters was OD. I'm mad Bianca ate the pin because when Io did the moonsault, she hit more of Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley just took a KOD. So why wouldn't Rhea Ripley take the pin and Bianca just get knocked out or whatever the case may be? That was very stupid to me. Good match nonetheless. I'm trying to stay in order. Oh, but let me say this real quick, right? The reason night 1 could have been better. The reason why was it because they had the wrong matches on night 1. Night 1 and night 2 should have traded matches. I think Bianca Belair, Io, and Rhea should have opened up night 1, and then Jey Uso and Gunther opened up night 2, because Bianca, Io, and Rhea would have went crazy for night one. That would have won people over for night one just with that match alone. I think that match would have been like, oh yeah, night one was definitely a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to go all out for night two, but that you shouldn't do that, because night two and night one, they're both WrestleMania. One shouldn't be super duper superior than the other one. That makes no sense to me. But let's talk about Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, man. Another banger, and the right result was given. Drew McIntyre deserved to get that win, man. Think about what he did during the 2020 time, during the pandemic time. Didn't get the Wins Championship in a live crowd. He won his championship for a live crowd, but then got cashed in on last year. And now he finally got his win, his proper win at WrestleMania. Damian Priest, great entrance. It was a great match, man. Hard-hitting stuff. Exactly what a street fight should be. You know, they didn't want to get no blood out there, I guess. But blood would have been cool. But it is what it is, man. Drew McIntyre, that was a great match. I really had fun with that match. Some good spots, man. But shout out to my guy, Rage Man Reg. He was like, bro, why take the bump through those tables if you're going to cover your head? Which, I mean, I kind of agree, but you never know which way you're going to fall when you're falling backwards. So I know Damian Priest, you know, he ain't want to hurt his neck and his head. So, you know what I'm saying? But you're not the Undertaker, boy. You ain't the Undertaker. I'm happy he got pushed off the rope to go through the tables for that spot because of the Undertaker comparisons, or he like Undertaker. That was good. That's good storytelling. And Drew McIntyre with the selfie thing was sensational. So shout out to Drew McIntyre, man. Well deserved. I was very happy with that. And there's not much I can say, man. That was pretty good. Now this one, I believe in Joe Hendry. I am not the biggest Joe Hendry fan, not because I think he sucks. He's a good song, good meme guy, whatever the case may be, but I think he's overrated a little bit. He's a good meme. That's just my opinion, though. But it was a good WrestleMania surprise. WrestleMania is about surprise, about stakes, about shock value. So him being the opponent, that was a great surprise. However, I know TNA fans are probably not happy about him getting squashed. But listen, if TNA superstars can barely beat NXT superstars, then this kind of actually made the most logical sense, in my opinion. Like, it's not like it was Jeff Hardy or Matt Hardy that came out to fight Randy. It was Joe Hendry. Even though he's a TNA champ, he's a relatively new TNA guy. He's not a TNA guy that's been a vet. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It was still a great moment. I'm happy Randy Orton RKO'd him. Yes, I am happy about that. So it was a squash. I wanted Aleister Black. I would have been fine with Rusev. Aleister Black is coming on Friday, obviously. And I do think Rusev might come tonight on Monday Night Smackdown. Whoa. You see, I'm tired. On Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So it is what it is, man. But still, you know, it is what it is. I wish Kevin Owens didn't get hurt. But, you know, that's life sometimes. Before I get into the Intercontinental Championship match, Stone Cold running into the woman. First of all, she's selling it, number one. But I will say, Carlito, before I get to the IC match, he threw the piece of the table toward that way, and I think it did hit the woman, and the woman kind of got bumped by Stone Cold's ATV. So you know what? Fair play. Because if it was me, I would have been falling and slipping my neck, my back, and I definitely would have either got. She already had the best seat, so she got the bread. So I don't know what else you could really get unless you want more bread, or I would have got some autograph signs, something from Stone Cold, or invite me backstage, Nick Khan. Something would have happened, but I'm not going to sue them for that, bro. Like, come on, gang. People get beat up, people get thrown over the rail to the crowd and stuff all the time. Like, let's not kid ourselves here, right? Intercontinental Championship match, man. Dirty Dominic, but still, I told y'all my boy was going to win, man. Told y'all Dirty Dom was going to get the victory. Very happy with that, man. Oh, my goodness, man. That made my night, bro. Dirty Dom. Once Dirty Dom won, I said, oh, we could go home, baby. Dirty Dom is the champion. I told y'all that Dominic Mysterio was going to be the only one in the Judgment Day with the title after WrestleMania. And I think we're going to revisit Finn Balor took Liv Morgan's hotel card room key, and I think Liv Morgan might not rock with Dom, bro. I think she might get jealous of Dominic's success. He might get a big head. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, but great match. The crowd was going crazy for Dominic Mysterio. Triple H, guys, please, y'all see the vision now. Y'all see what the people want. All right, if we could transition this guy to babyface, whatever the case may be, cool. If not, he could just be a heel on his own. But I think the people are ready for Dominic Mysterio, man. Come on. We ready for a real good Dom Intercontinental Championship run. And I don't want no pity pat wins unless it's due to Liv Morgan or Raquel Rodriguez helping him win. Because I could see an Eddie Guerrero and, Rhea Ripley was supposed to be China to Dominic's Eddie. Hey, man, maybe it could be Raquel. Raquel rock with Dom and Liv and Raquel just split up. Who knows, man? I got a lot of good ideas, but Penta WrestleMania entrance is so cool. Finn Balor looking like a lemon head, but hey, man, Finn Balor one of the GOATs to me. And Braun Breaker, he had a great showing. It's time for him to win the Money in the Bank because apparently King of the Ring might not happen this year. So it's time for him to win Money in the Bank, and him versus Jey Uso for the strap, I'm absolutely cool with. So it is what it is. If Jey Uso gonna lose his belt to anybody, losing to Braun Breaker is nothing to sneeze at, in my opinion. So yeah, man. This night felt like it went faster than night one, but then towards the end, I was hella tired. But AJ Styles, Logan Paul delivered for me because Karrion Kross was in the building, man. We got a wild Karrion Kross appearance at WrestleMania. Did not expect that. Logan Paul, I don't know who the guy in Logan Paul's entourage that was about to do something. It should have been Jake Paul. Like I said, man, WrestleMania overall was cool, but we could have had some more bigger moments. Jake Paul should have came out and did something, because I don't think he's training for a fight right now. Jake Paul should have came out and been the guy. And then Karrion Kross choking out Jake Paul or something. That would have been fire, man. But Logan Paul was hanging with AJ Styles, man. It was a good match, man. AJ Styles did some good work. Y'all talk about no selling, though, man. I don't know. I think WWE over this WrestleMania weekend, this no selling finishers and kicking out of finishers was kind of crazy this weekend. I thought I was watching AEW. Shout out to AEW. You know what I'm saying? Because Logan Paul hit AJ Styles with the Styles Clash. AJ Styles popped up immediately, hit him with the Styles Clash. I'm like, wait a minute. That's kind of saying that your finisher is low-key weak. That man popped up ASAP. But overall, man, it was a cool match. AJ Styles, you're an idiot. You should listen to Karrion Kross and hit him with the brass knuckles. But I love that we're going to get the Karrion Kross AJ Styles story definitively. And I think Logan Paul might be one of the first contenders for Jey Uso's World Heavyweight Championship high key. And like I said, we should have switched a couple of matches. I think Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest should have been on night 1. And you could have put the tag team match on night 2. Right? And maybe either the Liv Morgan tag team match for night 1. Yeah, I think the Liv Morgan tag team match for night 1. And you switch and you put the United States Championship match for night 2. We should have switched the order of the card for night 1 to night 2. Because I think that's the reason why night 1 didn't hit as much as it could. Because if you had 2 cards that were more balanced than night 2 just obliterated night 1, then I think people's opinion of night 1 would have been drastically different. But speaking of my New Jersey Queen, Liv Morgan, we had Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. Like I said, to all y'all that call me an idiot, that said that make no sense, that said that's stupid, God bless you. I'm not even going to clown you and make fun of you. But at the end of the day, I did say Becky Lynch was going to come back. I said it was going to be Becky. I said for some reason, and you can go back and look. I said for some reason Bayley's not going to make it to WrestleMania, and then we're either going to get Becky Lynch or Roxanne Perez. More so I thought Roxanne Perez because of what happened at Stand and Deliver, but I'm happy with Becky Lynch. I'm not happy with the result, though. Why does Lyra have to have 2 belts right now? Don't make sense to me, but... And is Becky Lynch back full-time? But she going to be back full-time as a tag team champion? They're not losing to no damn Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley unless Lyra or Becky turn, which I would love to see a Becky turn, but I don't know, man. It was a cool match, though. I think Raquel looked really good this match, actually, in my humble opinion. I think Raquel looked pretty good in this match. She was doing her thing in the ring, man. Liv Morgan looked good in the ring and appearance-wise. Well, Raquel do, too. You know, they both fine. They both fine as shit. Anyway, though, great match. Great match. Great. It was good. It wasn't great. It was a good match. Felt hella short. Just like, Randy was a squash match, but this match did feel hella short. But I knew we were trying to hurry up and get to the main event. Liv Morgan finally got her WrestleMania time, which is all that really, really mattered. I wish she could have been against a real tag team. I wish we could stop having these makeshift tag teams, but then the real tag teams that got years and months together don't really get a shot. Kind of dumb. I do think Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler will get a shot against Becky and Lyra. Will they win? Probably not. And then last but certainly not least, the main event, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Let me express my grievances right now. I wholeheartedly wish John Cena came out with a different theme song. I like that the Tron was black and he just had the John Cena thing and it was hella plain. But I wholeheartedly wish he got a WrestleMania entrance. I know he wants to ruin wrestling and I'm not appealing to the fans and blah, blah, blah. Shut the hell up. You still could have came out with a different theme song. If you don't know by now, we ain't want you to know. Could have came out with Bad Bad, man. Something, man. Like I'm sorry. That was his last WrestleMania, bro. Come on, man. I'm here to ruin wrestling. Shut up. But anyway, Cody Rhodes had a dope theme a little bit. The dirt bikes thing was all right. I like when he come out with the Skeletor mask and it had the Iron Man effect. It opened up. That was pretty cool. The match, of course, was good. It won't go down as one of John Cena's greatest matches of all time. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was about ruining wrestling. It was about The Rock. Hold on. The Rock not coming out is egregious. Well, he said he's going to ruin wrestling. He ruined wrestling by having Travis Scott be the deciding factor. Shut up, man. Y'all niggas think y'all smarter than y'all are. The Rock could have came back if he wanted to come back. It's not booking, by the way. Don't blame Triple H. The Rock ain't want to do it. The Rock can do whatever the hell he wants. But The Rock should have came back. So The Rock just had Cena turn, but The Rock is not watching over the turn. So is Cena The Rock's champion or not? Or he just didn't want Cody to be champion at that point? Dumb. Dumb. Man, The Rock should have been there. The Rock should have walked John Cena out. We didn't need interferences because we had hella interferences last year. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just wanting The Rock presence. Shout out to Stone Cold. At least Stone Cold showed up for work. The Rock should have been there. The Rock should have been there looking at bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, gang. That don't make sense to me. But listen. We got John Cena, 17-time champion. This WrestleMania, we got most of the results that we wanted, man. I will say that. I wanted Charlotte Flair to beat Tiffany, but I'm a jerk. All right? But overall, WrestleMania this year, I will say, was not better than WrestleMania 40. Respectfully. Even though Triple H promised it would be. It wasn't better than WrestleMania 40. It wasn't better than WrestleMania 39. No, absolutely not. However, overall, if I combine the scores, I'm not going to do an actual average, but if I combine the scores, to me, WrestleMania overall as a weekend, I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. I do think Night 2 was superior, being a 9.5, and I do think Night 1 was like an 8. So I will give it an 8 out of 10, me personally, right? They should have switched the order of the card, and I think we could have got an 8.5. Because the matches were straight for the most part. There was a little hiccups here and there, but for the most part, the matches were straight. A lot of surprises over the weekend. Jade Cargill and Naomi match was probably one of the more surprising matches in my opinion. And even the tag team match was better than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie, with Kofi and Xavier Woods and the War Raiders. But it just didn't feel as special as the previous WrestleManias. WrestleMania 39 felt special, bro. Big stakes, high stakes. Roman, the end of the bloodline, as we thought. WrestleMania 40, high stakes. The Rock. We changed The Rock versus Roman to get Cody this year. John Cena, high stake because this is his 17 championship. But I mean, the triple threat match with Seth, CM Punk, and Roman was a great match. And Paul Heyman turning was great, but that's not really high stakes to me. Who cares if Paul Heyman is Seth Rollins is, if Seth Rollins is the new Paul Heyman guy? That might not be the case. That might just be a one-off. Other than that, there were everything. Jey Uso winning, it didn't feel high stakes necessarily. He won the Rumble, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we kind of figured he was going to win, bro. Because usually, if both people don't win the Rumble, win the title after winning the Rumble, at least one will, I think. I think that's mostly how it goes. So, Jay won, Charlotte didn't, right? So, I don't know, man. I did enjoy it, though. I had a good time. So let me know what you guys think, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the love, support as always. Talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.